Hello, my name is Broken. I am 24 years old, and I work as a full-time software engineer in New York City. Today, I want to tell you about my life in New York. This story will help you learn new vocabulary, phrases, and expressions that will improve your English. I will explain everything in a simple, clear, and interesting way so that English beginners can easily understand. I was born and raised in Mexico, but I moved to New York 2 years ago to chase my dreams. New York is a city where dreams come true. People from all over the world come here to study, work, and build a better future. It is a place full of energy, excitement, and endless opportunities. When I first arrived in New York, I was amazed by the tall buildings, the bright lights, and the fast-moving people. The streets were crowded with cars, taxis, and buses. Everywhere I looked, there were people walking quickly, talking on their phones, and carrying coffee in one hand. It felt like a movie scene. I live in a small apartment in Manhattan, one of the most famous areas of New York. Manhattan is the heart of the city, where you can find iconic buildings, luxury stores, and famous restaurants. But living in New York is very expensive. My rent is $3,000 per month, and my apartment includes a kitchen, a bedroom, and a small living room. My apartment is in a tall building, and I live on the 15th floor. From my window, I can see the beautiful city skyline. At night, the view is breathtaking. The city lights sparkle like stars in the sky. Every day, I wake up at 7 a.m. The first thing I do is check my phone for emails and messages. Then I get out of bed, stretch my body, and wash my face with cold water to wake up completely. For breakfast, I usually have scrambled eggs, toast, and a cup of coffee. New Yorkers love coffee. Almost everyone in the city starts their day with a hot cup of coffee. After breakfast, I take a quick shower, get dressed, and leave my apartment. My office is in Midtown Manhattan, so I take the subway to work. The subway is the fastest way to travel in New York, but it is often crowded during rush hour. I work in a big office with a team of software engineers. My job is to create and improve computer programs. I love my work because it allows me to solve problems, be creative, and learn new things. At lunch, I usually eat with my colleagues. There are many restaurants near my office, and I love trying different types of food. New York is famous for its food. You can find food from every country in the world. Italian pizza, Chinese dumplings, Mexican tacos, Indian curry, and much more. After work, I like to explore the city. There's always something exciting happening in New York. Some days I go to Central Park, a huge park in the middle of the city. It is a perfect place to relax, exercise, or read a book. On weekends, I enjoy visiting famous places like Times Square, the most famous street in New York, full of bright lights and giant screens. The Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. Brooklyn Bridge, a beautiful bridge that connects Manhattan and Brooklyn. Walking across it gives you an amazing view of the city. Even though New York is an exciting city, it also has some challenges. The cost of living is very high. I spend around $5,000 per month on rent, groceries, transportation, shopping, and going out with friends. The city is also very fast-paced, and sometimes life can feel stressful. But no matter how hard things get, I never give up. I remind myself why I came here, to follow my dreams and build a successful future. New York teaches you to be strong, independent, and fearless. Living in New York is an amazing experience. It is a city of dreams, diversity, and endless possibilities. Every day is a new adventure, and I feel lucky to be here. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Camila, and she is the most beautiful, kind, and loving person I have ever met. She has long brown hair that falls perfectly over her shoulders, and her deep green eyes shine like emeralds when she smiles. Every time I look into her eyes, I feel like I am looking into a place where I belong. I met Camila 1 year ago at a small coffee shop near my office. It was a rainy afternoon, and the shop was crowded. I was waiting in line to order my coffee when I saw her. She was standing near the window, holding a book and sipping her coffee. She looked so elegant and lost in her own world. I don't know why, but I couldn't stop looking at her. Something about her was different, special. When I finally got my coffee, I gathered my courage and walked towards her. "Hey, that book looks interesting. What are you reading?" I asked, trying to sound confident. She looked up at me and smiled. That smile changed my life. We started talking, and within minutes, it felt like we had known each other forever. That day, I realized something important. Love is not something you plan. It just happens. Today is Valentine's Day, and I want to make it extra special for Camila. She loves surprises, and I have planned something amazing for her in the morning. I wake up early, get ready, and go to a flower shop. I buy a big bouquet of red roses because she loves them. Then I visit a bakery and buy her favorite chocolate cake. I have also booked a romantic dinner at a fancy rooftop restaurant in Manhattan. From there, we can see the entire New York skyline, and at night, the view is magical. Before dinner, I go home to decorate my apartment with candles, fairy lights, and heart-shaped balloons. I also write her a love letter, something simple but meaningful. When Camila arrives, she's surprised and happy. She hugs me tightly and whispers, "This is perfect." At the restaurant, we sit by the window enjoying the view. She holds my hand and says, "Justin, I feel so lucky to have you." At that moment, I realized something important. Love is not about expensive gifts. It is about making someone feel special. Apart from Camila, there is someone else who is very important in my life. My dog, Bosco. He's a golden retriever with fluffy golden fur and the most innocent eyes. Bosco is not just a pet. He is my best friend, my family. Every time I come home after a long day, he runs toward me with so much excitement. He jumps on me, licks my face, and wags his tail like crazy. Every morning, Bosco wakes me up by nudging my face with his nose. It's impossible to be lazy when you have a dog like him. We go for walks in Central Park, where he loves to chase squirrels and play with other dogs. Dogs teach us pure love, loyalty, and happiness. No matter how bad my day is, Bosco is always there to make me smile. Living in New York has made me realize that life is short. and we must live every moment to the fullest. I have a bucket list, a list of things I want to do before I die. Here are some of the things on my list. 1. Skydive over New York. I want to jump from a plane and feel the wind rushing past me. 2. Visit all 50 states in America. Every state has its own culture, food, and beauty. 3. Start my own business. I want to build something that helps people and makes a difference. 4. Write a book. I want to share my life experiences and inspire others. 5. Learn to play the piano. Music is powerful, and I want to create my own. 6. Take my parents on a world tour. They have done so much for me. I want to give them the best life. Life in New York is like a roller coaster ride, full of excitement, surprises, and challenges. Every day I learn something new, meet different people, and experience moments that make me love this city even more. When I moved to New York from Mexico, I thought life here would be easy and glamorous. I had seen movies where people walk through Times Square, drink coffee at stylish cafes, and live in fancy apartments. But the reality was different. New York is a city of competition and hard work. If you want to succeed, you have to push yourself every single day. I remember my first year here. I worked long hours, often staying in the office until midnight, trying to prove myself as a software engineer. Some days, I felt exhausted and lonely. I missed my family in Mexico. I missed my mom's home-cooked food. But every time I felt like giving up, I reminded myself why I came here: to build a future, to achieve my dreams, to become the best version of myself. And slowly, I started winning. I got better at my job, I made new friends, and I started exploring the city. I realized that New York will test you, but if you don't give up, it will reward you. One of the best things about New York is that there is never a boring day. The city is full of places to visit, things to do, and experiences to enjoy. On weekends, I love exploring different neighborhoods. Each area of New York has its own personality. Brooklyn, a cool, artsy place with graffiti, coffee shops, and amazing views of the Manhattan skyline. Soho, full of stylish boutiques, designer stores, and beautiful cobblestone streets. Harlem, famous for its jazz music, soul food, and rich history. Little Italy and Chinatown. If you love food, these are the best places. You can eat fresh pasta in Little Italy and delicious dumplings in Chinatown. New York is also the best city for shopping. There are stores for everything, from high-end fashion brands to small local shops. Sometimes Camilla and I go to Fifth Avenue, where all the big designer brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Prada have their stores. We don't always buy things, but just walking there makes us feel like we are in a different world. But my favorite shopping place is Times Square. It is always crowded, full of lights, and full of life. When you stand in Times Square, you feel like you are in the center of the universe. One day I stood there, looked at the big electronic billboards, the hundreds of people around me, and thought, wow, I really live in New York. That moment was special. It reminded me that dreams do come true. One Friday night, I planned something special for Camilla. I wanted to take her on a romantic date and make her feel like a queen. First, we went to a Broadway show. New York is famous for its Broadway theaters, where some of the best actors in the world perform. The show was magical. The acting, the music, the lights, everything was perfect. After the show, we walked near the Hudson River, where the city lights reflected beautifully on the water. The air was cool, and I could hear the sound of boats passing by. I held Camilla's hand and said, "You are the best thing that has ever happened to me." She looked at me, smiled, and whispered, "And you are my home." That night, I realized something. New York is a beautiful city, but what makes it truly special is the people we love. New York is a city of romance and magic. Every corner looks even more beautiful on Valentine's Day. Central Park is filled with couples walking hand in hand. Times Square is glowing with bright lights and happy faces. Restaurants and cafes are full of people enjoying special dinners with their loved ones. Camilla and I decided to just walk. The cold winter air, the beautiful city lights, and the sound of the river below. It was like a scene from a movie. She held my hand and said, "No matter where we go in life, I just want us to be together." And in that moment, I realized something important. Love is not about expensive gifts or fancy places. Love is about feeling safe, feeling understood, and feeling happy with someone. Now, my dear friends, I want to tell you something very important. No matter where you are in life, never stop dreaming. Life is not always easy. There will be challenges, failures, and difficult days. But if you keep going, if you keep believing in yourself, you will achieve everything you want. Remember, success takes time. Don't rush. Keep working. Failures are lessons. Learn from them and move forward. Happiness is in the small moments. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. You are powerful. You can do anything. So today, on Valentine's Day, I want to say, love yourself, love your dreams, and love your life. New York has given me so much: memories, lessons, love, and dreams. But I know this is just the beginning. There is so much more to do, so many more places to see, and so many more dreams to achieve. Maybe one day I will start my own company. Maybe I will travel the world with Camilla. Maybe I will buy a house with a big garden for Bosco to run around in. But for now, I am just enjoying every single day, because every day in New York is an adventure, a lesson, and a story to tell. If you are listening to this story today, remember one thing. No matter where you are, no matter what your dreams are, never stop believing in yourself. If a boy from Mexico can come to New York with nothing and build a life here, you can achieve anything too. Keep dreaming, keep working, keep believing, because one day you will look back and realize you made it. I hope you feel loved, happy, and inspired today. And I hope that no matter where you are in life, you never stop believing in yourself. And before we end, tell me in the comments, what's on your bucket list? What is your biggest dream? Let's make this a place of positivity, dreams, and motivation. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories, lessons, and inspiration. This is just the beginning. The best is yet to come.